yeah, bro, bro, we have to tell them. We have to tell them the struggle we've gone through to record this episode. Ah,
Ah, God damn, man. The original time we wanted to start airing was at 2. It's half 3 right now.
bro, it wasn't even like two before, cause like before I called you to come on, me and Tingu, who's one of the other hosts, bro, he was like, okay, we'll start at 1. We start at 1. His internet just doesn't work, and we're just like, that's when we decided to call you, and then we had this whole Discord issue whereby we couldn't hear each other.
Hey, bro, does everyone go through this kind of production
Can
delay or
you
something?
imagine, dude? Like, if half the TV shows we watch go through this kind of struggle, or like even the podcasts that we listen to, like, damn, this is insane.
God damn, bro.
God damn. But before that, even before that, the original first episode with the editing issues,
Uh-huh.
like we recorded the first episode, the four of us, like you, me, Tingo, and Carlos, were all on it.
Mm.
And yeah, the exact moment we stopped recording, everybody's like, okay, yeah, we're going to bed, we're going to bed. Tingo downloads the file because we're all using Discord, by the way, because we're pretty far away from each other at the time because our country is we're in Malawi right now in Africa. For those of you who don't live in Africa, I guess. So it's like Tingo's all the way up north at the little north tip of the country in the jungle, and me, Doski, and Carlos are in the south. One of our homies,
In the city, man.
yeah, one of our homies,
In the big city.
one of our homies is in the central region, which is basically the desert. And so like we decided to do a Discord call. So we record the episode, Tingle downloads it, and immediately runs into issues because Audacity wouldn't process the file. Then he goes on to Audition, it wouldn't process the file. And we had to struggle finding a converter because even if we re-downloaded it, it kept on saying it was corrupt, bro. Because I remember you were asleep, so it was just me and Tingu and Carlos, dude, in a call on WhatsApp, trying to figure out what the hell was going on. Because you just blacked out after it, I'm pretty sure.
Dude, I totally blacked out because I thought you dudes got this. I thought it was set to air like on Saturday.
Yeah.
That's why on Saturday I asked.
It was set to air on
Then I'm
Saturday,
hearing that.
and it just didn't happen. It was so depressing.
Then I'm hearing that shit didn't air. Then the next day
Yeah, but then
on the group chat, I hear that apparently it's only us two
yeah, because eventually
whose voices are being heard.
eventually we got it working. But then that's when that error happened, and we're just like, okay, you know what? You run it back. Yeah, so this is not the official first episode. This is just like
Nah.
we were retrying,
You know.
bro. It's just so sad, but yeah, we're here now after 2 hours of internet issues, Discord not working, and
Don't worry. That unaired pilot will be aired
probably
eventually.
maybe
Yeah, most likely.
most likely not. But yeah, check out shout out to our Instagram, which was made the literal same day we were recording that first episode. That was so weird.
Bro, we gotta get this movie, man.
Sick.
You should follow us on Instagram.
Yeah, I mean, for our Instagram, I guess Culture. I know this sounds like a little obnoxious that we'll plug in our Instagram, the first literal episode. It's like some whack.
Bro, we gotta get those followers, man.
Yeah, check our Instagram. We also have a link to the Discord server on said Instagram, so you can hop in, vibe out, and I guess maybe
Yeah, man, for more great content.
maybe feature in the next episode. But you know what this reminds me of?
Yeah.
Like the whole
What?
issues we've gone through with this reminds me of high school, bro. With the whole COVID thing.
But damn, I see. High school.
It's only been like 6 months since we left.
Bro.
Those were dark times, bro. Dark times.
And then we go back to school and we're just like chucked into the exam.
They just, bro. Remember, we had prep from like, was it 6 or like 7 till like 11 p.m. every day. It was horrible.
Yeah, bro. To all of the American viewers, prep is basically
Study hall.
they give us
Those guys,
a time.
that's what they call it, study hall. So it was like,
Yeah, study hall,
yeah,
where we basically just study or prepare for the next day, or if you're a jack, you can just sleep.
yeah. Jack is for real, dude. That was you and me, 100%. Cause
Yeah,
I
man. But
remember.
this time they did some whack shit where like they practically made us stay until
Yeah, and
12
it was
a.m.
only us. Like it was only the seniors. Everybody was
Yeah,
just
a select
everybody
few.
just went to bed. And then we were there in the middle of the night,
No,
mosquitoes, fucking hyenas in the hills, howling their butts off. And then
there's a monkeys everywhere, man.
there's like these mosquitoes, these fat ones, dude, because they were full of blood, and they're just
See,
buzzing by your head every 5 seconds.
not to mention and not to mention the giants, the spiders, man.
Oh, bro,
Oh man, those lizards, man.
everybody, I feel everybody should experience school in like a southern African country, because like we're in the south of Africa, but then
Yeah,
there's
yeah.
also a country called South Africa, which makes no sense. Why?
It's like they just ran out of
Like,
names.
dude,
They're like, yeah, okay, this just
you
be South
can't
Africa, man.
say that I'm from the south of Africa because there's a country named South Africa.
Like literally, man, what the hell were they thinking? I say, they were like, okay, we name all the countries, but this big chunk here, yeah, we just name that South Africa. But
But then,
the other countries in the south, hey, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
yeah,
South Africa.
yeah, I'm pretty sure there was a name for this, like the whole region. I think it's called SADC region, which is like the whole, I guess, the whole of the south part of Africa. But yeah, everybody should experience
Hey,
school
man,
here. It's different, but it also sucks. You know,
hella sucks, man. We're in the fucking jungle, man.
bro, it's like, let me set the scene for you guys on the kind of land this high school was built, because like it was huge. No lie. Like that place was insanely big. It was like half a town. So it's
No, right?
yeah, like dude, it's in the middle of like the jungle desert kind of like a transition between the jungle and the desert. Because like when you're driving to school, it was all dirt. Then you get to school and there's like trees everywhere, dude.
They say, and do not mention some stream, man.
Oh, the giant river. Remember when it would rain so hard, the bridge would flood,
No, bro.
bro.
Then you know the dining hall would be
Yeah, the
there,
dining hall
and then
was
that damn river would be
drinking
like
water, man.
overflowing,
Like
man.
yeah, it would rise from the stream and then enter the dining hall. When people were watching football and stuff, it was so depressing.
Because one time even broke the fence. Remember that time, man?
I remember the electric fence, dude. That was a hazard, though. No lie. Cause like
That school was just it was already a hazard,
yeah,
man.
because it's like okay, let me explain it. You drive down a dirt road, like somewhere really far from like the actual city, because like it was in the rural areas, somewhere there. So it's like it would just be dirt everywhere. So it's like the whole area was bought out by the director, and it basically started from like a street, like to the hill. It was like a mountain, not even a hill, a mountain, like so far off. And the school was just built there. And because it was a boarding school and a day school, like the boarding dorms were like in the hills. Like
Not to mention some huge ass dorm that was really up
yeah,
a
it was
hill.
literally up like the
Like,
hill. You had
bro,
to walk up the hill, and your calves were dead after it, bro. It wasn't even finished. Like it was like a mansion
you can see.
that just got converted into a dormitory.
Yeah, man. And not to mention that the toilet was freaking outside.
Dude, it was outside, bro. Like it made no sense. In the middle of the night, like guys, can you imagine this? Okay, you wake up in the middle of the night. It's cold. It's raining. It's pitch black because the lights there. There weren't any lights there. That's the thing. And so you wake up. You want to go take a piss. You open the door outside, and you start hearing hyenas howling. You're seeing glowing eyes outside. Bro, you can hear the monkeys and everything, and you have to walk like I think it was like a 20-meter walk from the dorm to the actual
Yeah.
bathroom. So you gotta walk all the way there, use the bathroom, then walk back. That was like
Oh, it was so
that was
freaky.
fear
And not
factor.
mention in the morning.
In the morning,
In the morning
when
where it was
we had
freezing,
to
man.
shower, dude. We had to
Freezing.
shower. Oh my god.
Because some dude came up with the bright idea of leaving the showers right next to the toilet, which were outside. So then in the morning, you had to travel there.
Yeah,
and not to
'cause, like-
mention cold water.
Yeah, because it's like, bro, you can't go to the bathroom fully dressed because there wasn't any lockers. Like that hostel was the worst one because there was no lockers in that entire dorm. And yeah,
I mean, your shit was in the
yeah,
suitcase.
it was like there was like a giant main hall because there were like 7 rooms, right? Was it 7 rooms or 8?
There were 6 rooms.
Oh yeah.
Then the seventh one was the huge.
Yeah, so it's like we had all the rooms, like room 1 all the way to 6 was where all the beds were. So it's like there were bunk beds to keep as many people as possible. And so the big main room was where everybody would put like their luggage, and you had to pick your stuff from there because there was no lockers.
Exactly.
So it's like you can't go to the bathroom fully dressed because the bathroom doesn't have lockers, and you're gonna have to hang your stuff on the concrete wall that separates the showers from the toilets. And that was so shady, man. So you would go there in your boxers. Some people would even go completely naked, man, just like covering their junk with a towel in the morning. Freezing.
Easy, man. Then, like here in Africa, June, July, it's raining. It's cold as hell,
Bro,
man.
I heard like
Mind you, this is in the morning. The sun hasn't risen.
Bro, and
Nothing,
that
man.
dorm had to wake up earlier than everybody else. That was the crappy part.
Exactly.
So it's like most people waking up at 5. People up the hill. What was the name again? It was called Caleb. Yeah, that was the name of the dorm. It was called Caleb. And so everybody from Caleb had to wake up earlier because you had to cross the bridge from the school side where the classes were, which is where this dorm is, to the boarding side where the dining hall was. And you had to wake up at 4
No.
to shower.
Q. Quick disclaimer. The reason it's called Caleb is because our dorms are named after people in the Bible. So
named after it.
yeah. Because apparently a Christian school, open quotes, Christian school.
Their asses back then, man, no lie.
Yes, Christian school. Anyway, back to the story.
That was so savage. You had to clean the dorm as well. It was too big, man.
Dude.
Dude, that place was so huge because it's the biggest hostel. And then you had to.
And it held like how many people?
Dude, it held basically all the boys from our year. Because it's like second year of high school, you had to move there no matter what. You had to live up the hill no matter what. So there's probably like 70 of us in that one room. Because, it's basically a giant mansion. It was a mansion that was never finished being built. And we're all living in there. 70 boys. So
they had uneven rooms.
Yeah, they had uneven rooms. And then there were like 7 showers. So can you imagine 70 people sharing 7 showers? And then what's even worse was the captain. Those dicks, they would legit save showers. The showers that would like sometimes produce hot water. They would be like, okay, this is the captain's shower. We're not hearing any bullshit. And you couldn't say no because like these guys they were like in 4th year, which is like grade 10.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, so these guys were like tall, buff as hell. So you couldn't say no because they're gonna kick your ass. So it's like 70 boys are sharing 6 showers and 6 toilets. Not to mention when the toilet blocks, which brings it down to 5. Dude. It had something to do with school. I just completely forgot though.
Man, are you about to talk about how like shit? I'm also like,
Dude, I forgot because it's like I stopped to say something else and then now it's completely left my head. Oh, have you ever had that moment where like you were thinking of going somewhere and then like, you walk out a door and you completely forget what it is that you wanted to do?
That's me a bunch of times when I walk into class, man.
Dude, I just remembered. Remember when we came back after COVID? I had no books. 100%, dude. I had 0 books.
Don't you survive, man?
Bro, remember I got caught that one time recycling a book?
Right. Dude, I got caught this one time by our chemistry teacher. Dude, bro, I got an ass whooping that day, man.
Oh yeah, remember in physics when you couldn't explain how a motor worked?
Oh yeah, dude. Okay, let me tell you something about me. Science is my weak point. So then this comes up and asks me about some goddamn motor with some alternating current or some shit like that, dude. I was completely black, man. And he was about to whoop my ass. I was all like, you know what?
You
It's
literally
either I
ran
get my
away,
ass
bro.
whooped or I make a run for it. Man, I made a run for it. I said, I ran out that door, man. Like, bro, it ain't worth it.
Bro,
It ain't worth it,
you ran
man.
away.
So
The guy thought you were going to come back. He literally stood at the door waiting for you to come back.
I wasn't, man. Dude, I got the hell out of Dodge, man.
Yeah, that
I
that
got the
that lesson
hell
was like
out of
a
Dodge.
double period, so it was like an hour, right?
Dude, I ran,
He just went in and hid in the basement.
and I took a power nap.
She just backed up.
You know what I'm
You see,
saying? Power nap,
like
man.
this, and somehow when GCSEs came, you passed physics.
Bro, that's by sheer willpower, man. Sheer willpower.
Bro, I just remember,
Nothing more, nothing less.
you know, you know something funny about being an African? Like, this is the one thing that I love and hate at the same time.
But the fact that it's hot here.
Nah, actually, like, why? But then, for me, it's like the supernatural. You know what I mean?
Like that supernatural crap? I don't.
No, okay, because I find it funny. And then, like, when it happens to
Nah,
you,
bro.
you start freaking out. Because, dude, I can tell you bare stories of like my experiences with supernatural shit. As a matter of fact, this morning I woke up, like my pillow, found a stick in my pillow, like this weird root inside my pillow.
It's creepy.
Literally, and this isn't the first time. Like this happened again a few years back, back at my old house before I moved, and there was now the pillow that I have now. It has a hole in it. Like it's had a hole in it for like a long ass time. I just can't be bothered to sew it. but back then my pillow was perfect. But somehow I found like this giant stick, dude. You know, like those slingshot sticks with the Y shape. Dude, I found one of those inside my pillow. But then my pillow was so I actually had to like tear my pillow and pull it out.
Bro, it sounds like you're getting cursed.
Bro,
And you know what? That kind of explains a lot.
bro, and the funny thing was,
I got the bullshit that has happened. Maybe that's the explanation.
and the funny thing was, like a few months later, like one of the guys working for us, like the gardener guys, like he was caught doing witchcraft, and bro, like at that moment,
What the hell?
literally, bro, at that moment, I'm like, whoa, damn.
Dude, like what the hell was it? Was it like floating or something?
Bro,
For some reason I want to
know.
see that now.
I
Was it like floating
I don't
or
remember, but then like a lot of people caught him doing like some bad witchcraft. So now I'm just like, hey, yo, dog, whoever's trying to play me, because like I went after I found the stick, I went and I showed my parents, and then this was my mom. She's like, don't throw it out. And I'm like, why? She's like, what if you throw it and then you get crippled or something? I'm like, yo, that's actually true. Because people out here are crazy, you know? Oh, wait. Bro, let me tell you about the one time I was a kid and I started having like these weird dreams. Nah. No, not what you're thinking, bro. Get your mind out of the gutter, man.
Okay. Like some natural dreams.
Yeah, like some crazy supernatural dreams. So it's like, as a kid, at some point, I think I was like 9 or 10. So it's like I started having these weird, like basically, weird shit just started happening around the house. Like some scary ghost, paranormal activity type shit. Like that movie you watched it.
Here we go.
Like literally, bro.
Here we go.
It's like eventually my parents started asking these questions like, have you been having weird dreams and whatnot? So it's like I told them like, oh yeah, like I've been having this weird dream with like a cow. Can you imagine a cow with like flaming eyes was picking up my bed in the middle of the night, and like we would start flying around the skies with like some weird dude.
What the hell?
Yeah, like there was some weird dude sitting on the front of the cow, like a horse, like he was riding it like a horse. But then this cow was like huge, right? And was carrying my bed, and we would just like be flying. It was like some Adventure Time type shit. So the weird.
Oh man, that ain't Adventure Time, man. That's The Conjuring, man.
So
that's Conjuring 4.
Conjuring 4, yeah, 100%, bro. So it's like eventually, I think it was a week or so later. we I had like a little flower bed outside my window. So one
Uh-huh.
day, like one of the gardeners at the time, he was like, tending to the flowers, and he found a giant hoof print outside my window.
Oh shit.
Bro,
That's bad.
bro, that like,
That's very
that
bad.
is like so gassed, man. Immediately, bro, my parents like took me to church, whatnot. Like, damn, because like
Yeah, bro,
kid me was like, oh,
you needed
what?
an an exorcist, I
Ah,
think.
I never got
Dude,
exercise.
legit, I see.
I never got exercise.
Oh, bro, you need to get exercise right now, I think.
You saying I'm possessed?
Dude, right this instant, you need to exit this podcast, go get exercise, come back. I'll wait.
Bro, kind of explains all the weird shit, huh?
Dude, that totally explains it, bro, because I've never run into any supernatural shit. I'm grateful. I don't want that stuff.
Bro, but I feel like you should.
Like,
Like it's
no!
a I feel like low key in a way it's a good experience to have.
Nah, dude, that freaks me out, man. Freaks me out.
But like, are you sure? Because like think about it, right? Most people most people don't believe, right? Like you and me, we're Christian, right? A
Yeah.
lot of people don't believe in like ghosts or demons and shit, right? So like their logic is if ghosts and demons don't exist, then like, heaven can't exist, right? But then I feel
Bullshit. Uh huh.
everybody should just experience this at least once in their life. Like they should be haunted once in their life, bro. Because like, dude, the amount of weird stories I can tell you. Like there was this one time. This is according to my grandma, right? Like way, way back before I was born. There was like a
Uh huh.
snake. A snake got in the house, but then there's like no snakes in the area. So it was a big one too, like really long, kind of like a black mamba.
Uh
So
huh.
it's like it gets in the house, everybody's freaking out. So my grandma, like, she grabs like a stick, hits the shit out of this snake, dude, like right in the head. And bro, the snake literally gets up, swears at her, dips.
Wait, what?
Can you imagine, bro?
How like it
It
talked?
spoke English, bro. It said something like, I think it's like fuck you, and then just left. Like it just went into a hole in the wall and just
Ah, nah,
vanished.
nah.
100%.
Ah, dude. Nah, see, maybe your grandparents were on some trip. I said,
Nah, dude,
ah,
because like, bro,
nah.
stuff like this happens all the time. I've noticed, like, on my mom's side of the family, like, stuff like this happens a lot, a lot. Like, dude, like my great grandma at some point, apparently, like, there was like a village chief back at her place. This is my great grandma now.
Uh huh.
So, there was a village chief, and like, this dude legit predicted his own death. Like, he literally just went to the whole village and was like, okay, man, yo, I'm gonna die on this day. The day came, all died, bro. He just died.
I hope you had some bucket list.
Yeah, then like he pulls up. Like this is some time after he crowed, right? He pulls up to my great grandma's place, even though
Mm-hmm.
he's dead. Like he was legit sitting on the porch. Bare people saw him, dude. Everybody in the house saw him. He was just sitting on the porch, calling for my great grandmother. Crazy.
Okay, I am completely lost, man. You know, shit like this is why I'm grateful I live in the big city, man.
Bro, stuff like this happens all the time. I literally just told you I found like a satanic stick in my pillow, man.
Dude, I mean, I've woken up with some bruises, like some cuts on my head, but never
It's on your head,
a
dude.
weird object. Dude, like, okay, I don't know. Like, especially like my early teenagers when I was like 12, 11.
Yeah.
Yeah, I used to wake up with some weird scratches on my head. I honestly dismissed it.
You're just like,
Like, I thought it was
oh,
just
I
nothing.
scratched myself in my sleep.
Whatever. Yeah, weird, huh?
What? Bro. Okay, this is
Mm,
the last story. Like this is dead ass the last story I'm saying.
uh-huh.
Cause like I don't want to freak you out or anything. Cause like I can tell you're getting freaked out. So it's like my sister,
Bro,
me
you're creeping
me
me
and my
out, dude.
sister, like at completely different points saw a man in our bedroom. Like, okay, so this is me before she was born, because like she was born when I was like, I think 5 at the time, or turning 6. So yeah, I was 6 at the time. Because I've moved a lot, but yeah, I
Uh-huh.
think this was like maybe the second or the third house that we had moved to at the time. So it's like, I fell asleep. I wake up. It's like I think 6 in the morning ish, because like the sun was up, and the sun here comes up around like 6 or 5.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like I see a dude, a grown dude. So at first I thought it was my dad, right? But then like I didn't move out of my bed because like something in my body just told me don't get out of bed. So I'm just staying in my bed, pretending like I'm asleep, but my eyes are open like bedtime. Because you already know me, you've seen me in real life. My eyes don't really open that much. Like I have kind of like these Asian eyes somehow, and it's like
Shit.
okay, that's not offensive. Like that wasn't offensive. Like my eyes just don't.
That was kind of offensive.
Okay, fine. I'm sorry, but then like my eyes just don't open. So it's like naturally you can't really tell if I'm looking. So it's like I squint really hard. It looks like my eyes are closed, but I can see everything. So it's like I see the man. He's standing there, fully dressed. But then
Uh-huh.
usually when my dad wakes up, he wears a robe. So I was kind of confused.
Wait, wait, hold on. How did this dude look like? Was he
Bro,
tall? Was he
dude,
short? Was he bald or
literally looked
something?
like my dad. Like from that distance, because like me, I have eyesight issues, so it's like I've basically
Yeah.
have had sight problems my whole life. But then like basically, if I could just say like the build of the dude, exactly like my pops. So, but then I just didn't want to get out of bed. So it's like the dude walks away, but then when he was walking, he didn't walk. He floated. I'm like, dude, I stay in my bed for like a cool minute, and I run out. The dude vanished. I'm like, yo.
Oh
Because,
my
like,
god.
when my parents wake up, I ask my dad, like, yo, dad, did you come to my room and stand at the door and stare at me or something? And he's like, what are you talking about? And I literally just woke up. I'm like, bro. Then I think this is like
Oh shit.
4 years later, after my sister's
The
born,
ghost.
like, my sister claims she saw the exact same dude standing outside her window in the middle of the night.
Hi.
Bro, and like at least
Hi.
for me, it happened like one time, but for her, it was like repeated for like a whole week, almost every single day. She would wake up in the middle of the night crying. There's a man standing at that door.
Oh dude.
Bro,
Oh
like, dude, that house was haunted,
bro,
man. That house was haunted, 100%.
that's it, bro. Straight
Because
up
it's like
haunted.
when
That's
we
it.
moved, that's when it stopped.
I said, bro, which house was this, man? I hope it's destroyed. That's it.
Nah, some other white family there.
It's always the white family. I see.
Yeah,
I wouldn't be surprised
those,
if there's like some
yeah,
documentary on that white family.
those
I
guys
see.
are about
But
to,
goddamn,
those guys
dude.
are about to turn into the Conjuring. Okay.
Here we go, Conjuring 4. I see.
Coming to the neighborhood near you.
It is. Oh, dude,
Yeah.
like, dude. Okay, Chew. Do you believe in this rumor where like if you eat in your dream, it means a demon is feeding you?
Oh, do you know what that reminds me of?
Like, do you believe that crap?
Nah, honestly, nah. But then you know what that reminds me
Nah,
of?
me too, man. That's just
Like, remember
yeah.
back at school when people were like, when you have a wet dream, and in your dream
Uh
it's
huh.
a demon sucking.
Ah, bruh. It's just some supernatural crap. Nah.
You
Superstition.
homies were trolling.
You see, like all of a sudden, people turned into some Reddit conspiracy theorists
Literally,
or
bro,
something,
because
man.
like
But
people waking up in the middle of the night. Cause like, dude, it was like I know this is kind of nasty, but like, it was like a mass thing, bro. People were waking up like that, and everybody was saying they were having dreams like that. So homie started,
fuck.
people started going like, "Oh, you know what, bro? Did you pull out? Did you pull out?" They're like, "No, I didn't pull out." Like, dude, that demon just sucked your.
Ah, nah, dude, that's a lie. That's a lie, man.
People,
That's a straight up lie, man.
people,
Dude, that's the kind of shit you find on Reddit, I say.
people were weird, man. People were weird back at school,
No, right?
bro.
Ah,
Remember the
goddamn.
window incident?
What happened? Refresh my
Like,
memory.
remember that time when everybody woke up so late that like the guard locked like half the people in, and you guys started jumping out of the window?
Dude, this story again, man. But you know this story is in the last part.
The story was in the last one. Bro, but
Yes.
people deserve to know, man. This story was wild. So
Bro, we can't keep on rehashing old shit, man.
okay, but they gotta know. Like, okay, like to give some background, this was like after
Uh
COVID,
huh.
so it's like everybody came for boarding school because we're like, oh, to limit the spread of COVID, so like everybody got COVID tested at home, and then like we came back, blah 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 blah. And so it's like when you move to the boarding dorms, like the guards they have no chill because they're always locked in the hostel, like the dorm hostel, whatever, right? So it's like we had to wake up early at 5. Wait, no, not at 5. We had to wake up at 4 still. I remember now. Up the
Mm.
hill, you were waking up at 3. But down the hill, you had to wake up at 4. So it's like we're waking up at 4. Everybody woke up at like 5. And at 5:30,
As
well,
usual.
at 5:30 was when there would be the inspection to see if like we clean the hostel and shit. Then the guard would lock. But then this time, the boarding master never came for the inspection. So the guard just pulled up and locked the door. I was already outside. You're showering.
Oh yeah. So now let me talk from my personal experience. You know, we were all late. Like there was like a bunch of us niggas. We were all late, but I was, I was dressing up. Other niggas were butt naked. Other niggas were coming out of the shower. All right. So then we were in the hostel, dressing up. The guard warned us, but we were like, bro, you can't do jack shit to us.
Lock it. We don't
So then
care.
this nigga leaves. This nigga leaves, and then he locks the hostel. And then we knew that, bro, if we weren't gonna go for breakfast, we weren't gonna eat
Oh
lunch.
yeah, right. Because
So like,
we
okay,
had like
okay,
three
okay.
exams that day.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Dude,
So like, okay. You know what?
getting exams so
Let's just
hungry?
take turns.
Yikes.
Let's just take turns. Outside the window. Bah, we go. Bah, we go outside, bro. We check for 5 more, nothing. I said, dude. And then in times, I'm hearing David Boys remain after dance. I'm like, fuck.
Bro. Dude, then he's like, you people. He pulls up with the guard. That's when like I heard some of you guys like, this motherfucker, this bitch. Then like he pulls up with the guard, and then the guard starts explaining what happened. Dude, I laughed so hard. But then so it's like the boarding master's like, so are you guys going to reveal yourselves? Who jumped out the window? Then everybody's dead silent because nobody wants to be the snitch. Then he's like, okay, you know what?
No, it was,
Yeah, nobody.
no, it was all like, if you know you did, jump out the window, just go across.
Oh yeah, like me and some of the whole everybody started leaving.
Yes. That's the bad part. Everybody started leaving.
Bro, like this.
But then everyone started leaving. Then we're like, nah, stay behind. I'm a nigga who's always true to my word, so I stayed behind. Like everybody go wait, that's it. But then he eventually sorted out, bro. Until some nigga threatened to go snitch, and then
Then we turn
yeah,
back. Then he's like,
like I'm not gonna say his name.
Then
I'm not gonna say his
yeah.
name, but yeah.
Then we turn back. Like you guys turn back. Then he's like, you know what? Why are you turning back now? I thought you said nobody went. So he was like, no more hostel prep. So at the time, we didn't go to the dining hall because we were writing our final exams.
Yeah.
So he let us stay in the hostel. And
We're just
yeah,
chilling,
we're
man.
basically just chilling because it was so cold at night. And sometimes if you
Yeah,
didn't
that's
feel
it.
like studying, you just fall asleep. So
Exactly.
it was devastating when he said that.
And mind you, this was in October, prime mosquito season. So
Mosquito
yeah,
season.
you already know it. You already know it.
So then that's when homie started panicking. Then he's like, okay, you know what? The whole hostel, come to my house. You all get your asses whooped. So we signed the contract. This is what a lot of people don't know. Like our generation was the last ones to sign that stupid contract. You know that?
Hey, dude, I didn't even know there was a contract. Man, I'm pretty sure my parents just signed
Bro,
it.
my parents showed me that contract and made me sign it. So it's like basically we were the last ones to sign like those stupid contract that was basically like terms of service, but for school. So one of like the
bro.
key things in that contract was like, if you mess up, you are by signing, you are
It's spanking.
yeah
It's spanking. Yes, open quote spanking. Yes.
spanking or caning to make it sound less sexual. Because let's be honest, let's be honest,
It's
bro.
still some sexual. Okay,
When
me.
you say
It's
when
still
you
some
say
sexual.
spanking, bro, it sounds like there was molesting happening there.
I was also like, oh, spanking, huh?
That is so sad.
Like, should I bring like a gag or something?
What the
Should I
fuck?
bring a gag?
Bring the handcuffs, man. Bring the handcuffs. The fuzzy ones.
Should I bring? Oh yeah.
But then,
Anyway, we're going off track. Anyway, we're going off track. Off track. Okay, yeah.
so we
Continue.
go.
Off track.
We
Off track, man.
we.
This like this ain't some sex thing. Okay. Back to the story. Back to the story. Yes. So he called us
Yeah,
there.
we go to his house. This guy was buff. You remember, like he was bald, like straight bald, tall as hell, buff. So it's like he was wearing some Nike shorts and a t-shirt. No, a button-up shirt because he was late. He also woke up late, man. I remember now. The whole reason the hoster woke up late was because he woke up late and rang the alarm. I think an hour later.
Ah, dude, these guys are whack. I say.
So it's like we go there. He takes off his shirt, man. He's wearing a white vest, looking like CJ from San Andreas, man. And then
Yes, for you American
he
viewers.
pulls out like this big ass stick, dude, like huge bamboo looking thing, and like, dude, those veins popping out of his arm. And the unfortunate thing, like, I was the first one on the line. Like, you homies you guys were being so, and I was literally the first one on the line. And it's like, all right,
Yeah, I wasn't gonna get whooped. I wasn't. I
I was
didn't
ready to
care,
get
bro.
beaten. Bro, people started bargaining like, hey, yo, man, no, we can't, dude.
Like, dude, I made a promise to myself not to get whooped.
That whole term.
That last stretch, I made a promise to myself, man. I shouldn't get whooped.
Dude,
So yeah, dude.
yeah,
So when the chips were down, it was like double or nothing, man.
so we're like, man, we can't do this. And it's like, okay, fine, everybody pay money. That's like, dude, the moment money gets involved, everybody's just like, fuck. So it's like we agree to pay,
Bro, this was
then we leave, and everybody started arguing, like, bro, I can't be paying just because you jumped out the window, man. I actually went out on time.
I know what I say. And then that's the white thing.
What?
Because of you niggas and complaining,
Oh, yeah,
we had to pay
the
double.
price got double. The price got. We basically.
Because all of you niggas couldn't take one for the team, man.
Bro.
So us niggas who actually we had to pay double. And so because of you guys bitching, I say,
Dude.
I still remember
I
that
remember.
paying double,
The
bro.
funny part was, me and D2 were the ones who went to start collecting people's money.
Just say you might be showing up to my class like some debt collectors, man. Like some
Taxidermist, bro.
attorney or some shit like that, bro. Dude, I paid once, and then another month comes again demanding money, so I had to cough up cash again.
Bro, but it's not as bad as the time. You remember when me, Tingo, and one of our homies, when people were like capping on each other in the hostel. Remember that time?
dude, bro, this is like one of the funniest moments. Capping, like hardcore capping. I said, dude, I just look back, I see that nigga standing right there. I said, and I was
Bro,
like,
because
right,
there were
so
two
then,
boarding masters,
don't come
and
for
this
food.
guy
I'm
literally came to
I'm like,
he literally walked past the door at the peak of the argument. And the funny thing was, right, like,
it was silly. It was silly.
bro, and the funny thing is, like, because here we have two languages, right? We have English and the native language, which is Chichewa. People that don't know. And so basically, you weren't allowed to speak different languages, like any language in general. Like, even if you were speaking,
Like those prime English.
like only English was allowed.
Prime English.
So it's like some homies, Tingo especially, started camping in jail. But then me and Arnold, we clap back in English. Everybody starts laughing.
Mm-hmm.
Then there was the other guy. I can't remember who it was. The other guy started clapping back at us in Chichen.
I remember who it was, but I'm not gonna say his name.
Yeah, for the sake of privacy. But then he claps back
I know.
in a different language. Then this dude comes at the door. This body master bro comes through at the exact point. Everybody's laughing, and he just stood at the door watching. Bro, I remember Temba's bed.
Dude.
Remember, Temba's bed was by the door.
Yeah,
I remember
yeah, yeah.
turning around the moment he was like, no food. I remember turning around, looking at Temba, bro. Man was shook. He didn't even see him standing at the door. He was busy laughing on his bed. He just says, don't come for
See,
food.
dude. I say some nigga. I say, bro, that nigga of that side should not be that quiet. I say, how,
Bro,
bro?
like literally, you're
Dude,
sitting
I
by the
just saw him
door.
standing there.
He's,
I just saw him standing there. I say, I'm like, oh, here we go.
what's that?
This ain't gonna end good. This ain't gonna end good.
Oh, and I remember it
It,
was like, what?
and I was right.
Chips and chicken that day, right?
It didn't end good. It was that night. It was what's this? It was sausages. I say.
Yeah, whoever.
And then his coming week was coming in. And then this week, bro, we're about to have some hard ass exams. I
Bro,
say.
so like imagine on the weekend not eating, and then you have to go and study. Dude. So ultimately,
Yeah. And our next meal was
people
like,
snitched on the guys that were capping, but then me and Arnold spoke English. But then people still snitched on us, and then we had to go visit him on the weekend. I remember, dude, I was sleeping. Some dude literally just came, shook my bed, like, "Hey, bro, this guy wants to talk to you." So I round up the boys. We go there, and he's like, "Choose either you don't eat or you get your ass beat." And we're like, "Okay, how many times?" And he's like, 10 each, bro.
so
Bro,
I
we started
said
saying
people are not eating. I
anything,
said,
man. We're like, hey, anything. We'll do anything.
yo man, we even wash your
Yeah,
car.
we legit said that. Arnold was like, hey, sir, we'll wash your car right here, right now. No questions asked. He was like, nah. Because like he already had some other guys come by and wash his car. So it's like, it was already clean. We're just like, damn. So it's like, okay, fine. Snitch.
It's cool, we'll make it dirty, then we'll clean it.
So he was like, if you snitch, I'll think about an alternate punishment. Bro, immediately we knew exactly who we were going to call, man. The other guy. Yeah, so we call him, and then he's like, okay, fine. Since you've snitched, we can work out something else. Then he's like, we have to pay him. Like, dude, we had to pay him because it was Friday the next day, and he usually goes out drinking on Friday, so we had to pay for his drinks.
You basically had to sponsor his night out.
We did, dude. We legit paid, man. It was so important because I was broke as well at the time, so it's like I had to start going to all the people that owed me money, dude. I was going hostel to hostel, like, hey, dude, where the fuck is my money?
I said bad dates.
Where's my money?
I said bad dates. I said bad dates recovered,
legit. Because like I was like,
For all you niggas that took accounting, yeah, all around USA, Europe, I don't know, man, but you get what I mean.
Was horrible.
It was bad, but surprisingly, I aced that bitch.
Same.
So yeah.
Do you remember accounting class when you do a test and get like 30% and celebrate, man?
Yo, man, shoe size.
Your shoes.
Bro, let me tell you a story. I say, this one time I was so confident, bro. Like, I practiced some accounting the night before. So yeah, here's the story. The night before, he told us, we're gonna have an accounting test. I wanna test you guys. And this was the moment where we never had classes. So I was practically free. Bro, the whole prep, I say, practicing, studying my ass off, I say. After I go back to the hostel, I iron and shit, go back, found books, I say. The next day, yeah, I'm ready for this, And this was multiple choice, so, it was very unpredictable. Dude. I started circling answers, bro. I'm like, yeah, dude, I aced this test. I get my paper back, I say 37. Come on.
Oh, yeah, you know what the funny thing was? I never studied for that test, and I got a 50.
57. I'm like, see, what's wrong with me, bro? I said, maybe I shouldn't even write this exam.
Literally, dude. Everybody was just like, sir, we can't write this paper, man. Bro, and then those few people that used to get like 90% was like, how? Because like the average grade was like somewhere around 40. That was like an F. The average grade was an F, but then there were people getting like 80.
And I was below an F. I was a U, man. A U, I say. Dude, I was thinking about this, like, bruh, can I do this? But if I'm feeling like this, just the multiple choice part, I said, hey.
That was me at some point. Like, at some point when, like, accounting had me down bad, I was just like, you know what? Guaranteed. I feel accounting. Let me just, like, focus on all the other subjects, man. Like at least,
And that's everyone's
yeah, like
strategy.
at least pass everything else. Accounting, it is what it is.
Especially you niggas that had to go, one paper after another. Like after bio, you go straight into another one. I still remember that day. And I was laughing at you niggas, bro. I was laughing at you
I
niggas.
remember I legit went from biology. That thing was so stressful, man. I was tired. I was hungry, and they didn't let us have break.
you,
We never ate.
you niggas had to do double
Dude,
time.
I legit went.
You know.
Because I remember that morning in breakfast, I was like, I can feel it deep down in my bones. I'm not gonna eat again today. I ate like six slices. I
Fact.
ate 6 slices of bread, bro. All of them with
Hey.
margarine. Why? I'm eating.
Stock margarine.
Stock margarine. You know that was a cheat code
Eesh.
because of what the chemistry teacher said. Because like you know there was that specific brand, blue band. That yeah. So it was like that version had omega-6. So the chem guy was like, you
Ooh.
need omega-6 to help you think better. So me and Temba, we had hella blue band. So we had like, you know is it like 100 grams or 500 grams? The big tub.
Not sure.
Yeah, but then you know that really big tub, right? The one with the handle, like a bucket basically. Timbo
Yeah.
had the bucket, and I had like two of those like really large ones, like the one that came before
Yeah.
the bucket.
I have no idea why Temple was eating. I mean, he was free the whole day, but whatever.
Bro, it's like every day before an exam, we would eat hella bread covered in so much butter, man. Oh, dude.
You know, I wish you dudes told me this. Because I
The
legit
thing was
didn't
like
know.
you were sitting on a different table from us, because like the tables were permanent.
Ah.
But your table was like
Yeah.
way at the back. Because like, you remember those tables that had to sit near the juniors?
Yeah.
But like
Yeah.
yeah, that's where you were. We were like at the very front, close to where like the body masters would sit. Because like the body masters had their separate room. You remember like the window. So like we were like I think
Yeah, I
we
recall.
were like
Wasn't too long ago.
yeah after the Form 6 guys, like the sixth form guys. It was then like two blind tables and then us.
Yeah.
Bro, we were
Ah.
down.
I said, bro, munchies. I said, no lie, man.
The munchies got serious in that last year, bro. Because
Yeah, man.
there's one
And that's the most part.
Yeah.
I said, bro, we weren't even hitting up a joint. I said, so bro, dude, how can you get this hungry if you didn't even smoke a joint, man? So imagine the people that actually did. I said,
they were down horrendous, like damn, down horrible.
yeah,
bro.
that's it, bro. No wonder people used to eat a whole loaf. I said,
Dude, like literally,
I mean,
bread. If there's one thing that I hate to this day about going to school, was that high school taught me to love bread like way too much.
I know, bro.
Because we would.
I mean, the same bread that's chilling in my bread bin right now. I
Like,
said,
you're at home, you don't even want to eat bread. I haven't eaten bread
and I
in
say,
like
you're like,
a month. I think a month or two.
nah.
Because like we just stopped buying bread.
Did I just wake up? I just see some bread. I'm like, whatever.
Bread.
But back there, I said,
Dude, a whole loaf of bread. One guy can eat a whole loaf of bread in one night without even taking break.
bro, that's how I realized how sad we were. I said,
We were horrible, dude. People legit.
bro, and
started
do you
trading
know what
money
makes
for
matters
slices.
worse? Like, bro, I'm doing college here, and trust me, man, I'll be matching on that bread. Because apparently you gotta pay for your meals. Yeah. Dude, you gotta pay for your meals. Like, the school fees only covers, like, school and stuff, accommodation, meals. Yeah, you have to pay that shit separately. So you already know I'll be matching on that bread. I said,
The bread bandits, bro.
and no, I'm not even proud of it.
Remember?
Like, when I'm saying it, I'm not even proud
I
of it.
remember when people started stealing bread from the teachers.
Yeah, but also those teachers, but the way they loved food.
Those guys were horrible. Remember the old boarding master canteen?
Oh,
That guy used to
yeah.
steal cereal from the other teachers and hide it in his house.
Dude, you name it, man. Yogurt,
Anything,
cereal,
dude.
ice
If the
cream,
teachers were
bread.
eating it, he would legit go there, earn, and then have like some random kid be like, "Okay, take this to my house," and the kid would actually take it and go.
I know,
It
bro.
was so.
Dude, and this one time they were serving us like juice boxes in tents. You already know that you're stealing that shit too.
They probably stole a whole box. You know the 6-pack boxes.
Bro, what's up with that dude?
That was crazy.
And no, when we say 6-pack, we don't mean beer.
Nah, like those.
Yes.
Because those juice boxes were huge, man.
Yeah, that's And sometimes we used to get ours expired. I said, like those some milk ones. I said, we used to get ours expired, bro. Very like classic, man. Classic.
Oh, dude, I remember.
Wait,
Remember when there was the banana incident?
what happened? Like I never used to eat those bananas, but
Like,
what happened?
apparently, like sometimes we get bananas at breakfast and lunch, right? So apparently, there was this
Uh-huh.
thing at the site. These guys were like taking the bananas out of the dining hall and things with the bananas.
Of course.
Oh, dude, that just reminds me. Remember the guard who used to sell?
Hey, dude, honestly try to forget that. Why would you buy? Hey, dude, that's so disgusting. I say, like, even talking about it makes me kind of queasy, man. You buy something that you're gonna shove up your
Dude, and apparently they
ah.
weren't normal. They were like magic. That's what I heard. Like they
Oh,
were magic.
so what happened, dude? So what happened when you see
Now, apparently, like it would help you pass
the
exam. That
lying,
was crazy.
lying,
That was great. And the funny thing was
lying?
like that guard was like best friends with my mom. So it's like anytime I had
Oh, you mean that
yeah,
guard?
anytime like you remember like there was some guard like some lady. So it's like anytime I had like trouble at school and I needed to call my parents, I'll just go to the guard and be like, hey yo, hook up your cell phone. And like, I'll call my parents. That same guard dude, like she got fired. Like,
Bro, that's so disgusting, man.
people used to be down bad at school. They were
Huh,
down bad.
that was magic. You so gross.
Remember, dude, why am I the only one who remember these stories? But remember when there was another incident at the girls' side.
Dude, Ding, to be honest with you, I've tried my best to forget this. Like, I don't remember
You
that
were
stuff.
scared, huh?
God damn it, bro. Magic is you, bro.
So
Ah,
so
shit.
there was another incident at the girls' side. Apparently, the
Uh-huh.
juniors, some of the juniors, were hopping over the electric fence to go
Uh-huh.
to the school site in the middle of the night
Mm,
so they could link up with their boyfriends, have sex.
as
And
usual.
one of them got caught. Like that's how the whole thing like came up because like it wasn't the first time this had happened apparently. So it's
Uh-huh.
like everybody makes it, and then like this one girl gets stuck trying to jump the fence because the fence is electric. She's gonna get fucking cooked up if she doesn't, you know, come out right.
Hey,
So it's like she got caught.
God damn, bro. The only wild story I had was like in Form 3. So then, when we were chilling that time, you were day scholar by then. But yeah, I was sleeping, and then all of a sudden, some random ass nigga like runs through our house to us. Like, dude, like I think he was running away from Kantidi because like the moment he ran, Kantidi came and switched on the lights and there's good. Yeah, for the American viewers, that means where is
Dude,
he?
remember
Yeah,
that
dude.
time?
They came shouting
Remember
and
that?
say, where is he? Where is he? I was like, bro, what was going on? I say, I didn't even see this dude's face. I say,
Remember that time in first year of high school when you turned on the lights past
uh-huh.
curfew? And
Oh,
like that JB guy came in and started beating people up and you were hiding in the
bro, dude. Fun fact is that nigga didn't know how to walk past. Facts.
dude, because like
Like, dude, like this one
yeah.
time, bro, this one time he was like, this should be an example, bro. He just like tapped the nigga. I say, ah, but the nigga was such a bro.
Because like I remember you were like you went to the bathroom in the middle of the night and we weren't supposed to turn on lights at that time.
Mm-hmm.
And the guy just came in, dude. He just busted the door down. Who turned on the lights? Past curfew.
Oh yeah, dude, sometimes good niggas whoop. I say,
Dude, like people like he came in, turned on the other light, and he's just like, "Oh, turn the past the curfew!" Started banging the beds. People woke up, then he's like, "Get out of bed right now!" Just started slapping people, dude, left and right. Pack, pack.
did he? Bro, he started gently slapping people, and I was like, oh, for fuck, I got niggas
We were
whooped.
hiding in the bathroom the whole time, dude. Like, how did he not think that the guy who turned on the lights is in the bathroom where the lights just turned
That's
on?
what I mean, but like I was a cop, I say, bro, hands down, if that happened when we were writing exams, I said niggas would have snitched.
Yeah, 100%, dude.
Niggas would have
Yeah,
snitched.
100%.
Niggas would have snitched, man. Dude, I'm just surprised niggas didn't snitch.
Because it's like we were all kids at the time. I'm pretty sure like everyone was like 11, 12, 10 years old, some of them. So it's like
Yeah, the some dudes that were 15, but we don't talk about them.
Oh yeah, there was that one guy who was like what 16 for 3 years.
17.
He was 17. Every year you ask him, dude, when's your birthday? How old are you? Oh, I'm 17. Okay, his birthday passes.
Oh, you know, man, I'm just
Hey,
saying.
you're 18 now, right? No, I'm 17.
The difference of that guy's like 25. I said, like, hands down, man. Bro, there's a freak show. Another look back, it's a freak show.
Oh yeah, remember that? Dude, okay. This episode is basically just us recycling high school stories, bro. But
Yeah, man, this is the high school
this
episode,
is the
man.
high school episode, bro. But then, okay, this is the high school story I'm telling. But then, remember on the first day of that of
Uh-huh.
the post-COVID term when we're writing exams,
Mm,
when Tingo and some of the other guys
the
went into the junior hostel to go shower, and that same day some kid's money went missing.
Bro, so convenient. I say, such a unique coincidence that the moment niggas want to go shower in the junior hostel, the same moment money all of a sudden goes missing. I say, like
Rob.
how very convenient, man. What a coincidence, man. Dude, I almost died thinking about that goddamn coincidence. I say, I mean, obviously the nigga stole
Yeah,
money. I
and
say, like,
it's
bro,
so
come on.
convenient that the kid, like the guy who reported the seniors for going to the hostel, also got a prefect
Uh huh.
badge like a few weeks later. Was it how convenient, bro?
Dude, the nigga was a captain. I say, he snitched a few weeks later. Perfect. I say, like,
And it's so
bro,
funny how after the kid gets robbed, he had he
it.
had money all of a sudden.
Hmm.
Interesting.
Coincidence?
I think
I think
not.
not. Bro, and then the way our body must have beefed our hostel, of course you take that side.
After that, that's when like things started going downhill, dude. That's when he.
I know, so all of a sudden niggas need to so all of a sudden niggas coughed up some cash, man.
That's when tempo run
And speaking
started.
of that nigga, bro. Speaking of that nigga, bro. Ding! I need to tell you, I said, this story, man, this is like his worst, him at his worst.
Yeah.
Like, okay. So then, this one time, someday, you already know us niggas were late, as usual. You were late. We didn't even bother cleaning. And it was the most fun thing. You know that we had weeks where like this group would clean,
Yeah,
another
yeah,
week
we
they
had
wouldn't.
that.
Bro, this week it wasn't our group. It wasn't our group to clean. Like we were in the same group and it wasn't our
Oh,
group
dude, I
to
remember
clean.
that was the day I left. I left so early that day. I remember I left.
Bro, I thought, okay, yes, I can wake up late. I can still get dressed in time. I don't need to clean. Bro, the guys who were supposed to clean didn't clean anything. I
And like he
say,
just
it's like the first nigga swept and the other niggas just
he
left
just left it
dirt lying right
behind
there.
me.
I
There was
say,
like tissues and like a plastic
it.
bottle. There was like dust.
And then go for dines. And then after dines, he calls us to a hostel. And so like, I know, this thing is dirty. And you know what? I want you all to clean.
Dude,
So then,
I ran.
we clean, and then Sneaker comes back and says that, you know what? You should flood. He goes back. Well, like, flooding? Bro, bullshit,
Let me
bullshit. Chan,
let
chan.
me let me
We clean, we clean, we
explain
clean.
what flooding is for you guys. Basically, you just get a whole bucket of water, and these buckets were like 22 liters. You fill it up all the way, all 22, and then just start throwing it down the floor, man. It was,
You basically just pour it like a some 5-year-old. Just
yeah,
pour the
just
water.
splashing buckets of water, dude. And you have to do this like 6, 7 times. It was horrible.
So anyway, back to the story. So then we go there, and then this nigga so, oh, you thought I was joking. Gentlemen, it's flood. Remove your shoes. Whatever.
His accent
Bro,
was the
you
best.
just see, bro, with his
Gentlemen, let's
with his
flood.
red eye and his accent. I say, bro, well, says, gentlemen, it's flood. Like, bro, flooding in the morning. I say, and we did that exact shit, bro. You know, we entered assembly like gangsters, man.
I remember, dude.
Like, I thought,
Because like for me,
dude, I thought the torture was over, but guess what? There's more. This nigga, we had our econ class. This nigga starts telling
we started telling the girls. I
all the
remember
chicks
that.
in class. Well, bro, these guys ain't shit. The bullshit. They don't know how to
Oh yeah,
clean. They're
then
dirty
he
as
started
fuck.
saying like, "Oh,
Whatever.
these guys, you know what they do when they're still in the hostels alone? They just start beating their bro."
Ah, bro, it's like, you know, these guys, they're not clean. They don't know how to clean, whatever. Hey, Jan, don't marry them. Hey, bullshit like that. I'm like,
Doski's crush was in the
I
same
see.
class. He's just like, "Why you listen to me, bro?"
bro. See, can you see? You're running something that was already destined to fail. Like you're just adding more,
Get worse.
more oil to the fire, man. More fuel to the
Because
fire.
like for me, that day
But
when
that's
I
like,
saw that it was half done, I knew right away, somebody's coming. Somebody's gonna give a shit for this. So even before like Dine's finished, I just went. I just
mm-hmm.
left. Like the gate wasn't open,
Yeah.
but then me and some homies, we just opened the gate. We were the first ones to dip, bro. We just left. So you guys came back when we were across. You guys came late to assembly, and then
I should have left with you niggas.
you guys started bitching. You're
I
like,
should have left with you niggas.
man, where were you guys? We were looking for you. Like, what happened? Up, bro.
I should have left with you, dude.
Oh,
I should
that
have
was
left, bro.
horrible.
See.
Because
Hey, by that time you really pissed
I
me off.
remember you were wasting your time. You were waiting for someone. I think you were waiting for Peter.
It was waiting for Tingo.
You were waiting
Yes,
for Peter.
yes.
You were busy waiting
I
for
was waiting for
Peter.
Tingo. I see. And what he did,
Well,
the next day, he said all of us, you know, we better wake up early in the morning. We better go for prep in the
I
morning.
remember
Who
that.
goes for prep in the
I
morning?
remember that.
And then he said at 5
We should.
we should go and tell him that we were awake. We should tell him that we're done. Please come and inspect us.
It was extra cold.
Bro,
that
we woke
night.
up like at 3,
Yeah, I
right?
remember, dude.
Bro, by the time it was 5, I was just chilling in the hostel, man.
Bro, I went back to sleep.
Full
The thing
uniform,
was like I couldn't go back to
dressed
sleep
up.
after it because my hair was gonna get messed up. Like,
Dude, you had to sleep in some awkward way, I say. Like vertical, bro.
guys,
Like your bed was horizontal, you had to sleep vertical, I
these
say.
guys had such a big rule about combing. But then the thing was, bro, not everybody has, an afro. Because my hair is curly. So even when I comb, it wouldn't be straight. So these guys would literally send me back to comb, even though my hair is combed. But it just doesn't look combed because my hair is curly. So that I couldn't sleep again because then my hair would start knotting. And then they would start giving me issues all over. Bro, I was so tired that day, man.
That's like they'll start giving you crap. Ugh, dude.
Anyways, bro, you heard about what's this? The is it LSD? The theory about LSD.
LSD?
I think it's LSD.
That
That like apparently when you take LSD, right, and get high, it's not like you're actually high, but then like you transcended to a different dimension. Like, cause it's like most of the people that do LSD, right? Like when they go on a trip, they mostly see the same things. So it's like the theory is it's like our brains can't process because like like this we don't see the full color spectrum because like there's some colors that we can't see.
Yeah.
So it's like the same thing with that. So it's like when you take the LSD, it's like it connects because like that's actually how LSD works. It connects paths in your brain. So it's like your brain starts working differently from the way it normally does because it's like now there's like new neurons that are being connected. So
yeah.
so it's like when those neurons connect, it's like your brain gets kind of like unlocked. Get it? So it's like that trip. It's not like you're tripping. It's like because now your brain has been unlocked. You can now see the full like higher dimension that normal people can't see.
Like, dude, I believe in the multiverse, but bro, that's
It's like facts though. So it's like another theory is like when you die, it's not like you die, but then it's like you just elevate to a new dimension. Because it's like
creepy shit.
because it's like you die, you elevate, you die, you elevate. So it's like you just keep on you just keep on dying and getting reborn until like you reach the peak dimension, which is like heaven and shit.
Yeah.
Dude, that's like crazy though. Don't you think?
Did you get this from Reddit or something?
I totally got it from Reddit.
Totally, man. Those believe time travel exists.
That's crazy. Because like
Reddit.
I saw another theory.
Bro.
It was like was it like what is this? Okay. Your past life? Right? It's like your past life isn't it's not you exactly. Because like like people sleep and then like, you have like dreams of your past life. Like, oh I was this guy. So it's like there's a chance, like how it actually works is like that's not your your past life. Okay, let me say it like this: your past life is
Mm-hmm.
actually one of your ancestors. You were your ancestor. Like
Oh,
not all your ancestors were you, but then specifically, you could be a reincarnation of a specific one.
uh-huh.
So like let's say your great grandpa. You
Mm.
could be like your personality is similar to your great grandpa. So there's a chance that you are kind of like a reincarnation of your great grandpa.
Oh man, that's so weird. That's so weird. Dude, I saw some other theory that states like whenever I have deja vu, it's just your past life remembering something. So let's say you have deja vu, right? But then there's a fly there. It means in your past life you were that fly,
I was a fly.
and you're remembering. You see yourself.
Bro,
I'm like, what?
bro, this sounded
Bro, that makes zero sense.
um,
You told me I was a fly before?
dude,
Nah, nah,
you
man.
had my respect until you said I was the fly. That's when like you lost me, dude. Like what the hell? this actually
Dude, that's Reddit for you, man.
this actually
Like, bro, it gets you hooked. It gets you hooked, and then it hits with some bullshit, and then you're like, ah,
yeah, but it's like it
bro.
blue balls you.
I know, bro. Like, dude, it hooks you up with some deep theory shit, but then you don't even realize it until it's too late that they've already
They,
flipped
they
you. They already flipped you the bird, man.
they flip you the bed.
That they're already slowly putting it to you. I said, that's ready for you, man. And then there's some other theory that suggests that Nicolas Cage is a
Oh
vampire or
yeah, I've
something like
seen that
that.
like Nicolas Cage,
Ah,
Keanu Reeves, and was it Tom Cruise? Like they're all somehow reincarnated vampires. Because like there was a poster, a painting of like I think this was like the 1800s when like
yeah.
steampunk was happening. So there's a dude who looked exactly like Nick Cage. You've seen the picture, right?
Hey, so all the time, man.
Yeah, like so it looked exactly like Nick Cage. Like oh, people like Nick Cage are a vampire. And then like there's also like a picture of like way back like medieval times, right? This was like proper painting.
Uh,
Because like they tested and everything, like it's legit from medieval times. And it was a picture, like a painting of a dude who looked exactly like Keanu.
bro, there's even some picture of that the owner of Ferrari
Oh,
is now
Enzo.
owns it or
Oh
something.
yeah, I saw that. Like, cause like young Enzo Ferrari looked exactly like Mesut Ozil. And dude, that was so crazy when I saw
You
that.
see?
Dude,
Dude, like, come on,
hey
bro.
yo, man, these.
Hey,
But then that kind of like connects with the theory that I just told you. Like, what if that's a reincarnation? Like the same reincarnation thing.
but that would be creepy. Then I'd go back and try to see the pictures of anybody that looks like me, and then I'll try to connect the dots.
I saw it was somebody that I know, though, like a friend of mine. I saw somebody who looked exactly like me. I don't remember who it was.
Hey, bro, I never know.
You never know, bro. Like these theories are like really crazy. Some of them are just
I know,
some of them are
right?
just like straight scary.
There's another theory that said that like the world was gonna end in 2012.
Oh, dude, I remember that.
Dude, it broke the
That was
internet.
so funny.
It broke the internet,
Because
man.
they're like
Like who?
on 12 at 12. No, it was 12
It
2012 at 12. What was going to?
bro,
I
come on, I
remember
say get rid of your ass,
I
bro.
remember being a kid. I was like low key. I was kind of hyped
That the world was gonna end.
because I wanted to know what that was gonna be like. Because it's like as a kid, you're pretty pure, you're holy. You know that even if you die today, you're going to heaven.
I
So
know.
I was like, hey man,
Yeah, but
let's get it.
knowing how the future has turned out for both
It
of
kind
us,
of did happen.
I can safely say I wish it did
No, I don't
end.
want to die.
Like in 2012, I say.
Yes, so it's
Like
like
I really wouldn't mind.
it's like the time passes and I'm like, oh, we're not dead. Cool. They even made a movie about
I
it
do, right? It is see.
in 2012 when the world.
That's what I mean when it broke the internet,
Yeah,
man.
that was crazy. But then apparently those like how like the calendar that they got it off of was it like the Mayan calendar or something? It
Uh
was
huh.
like there was a miscalculation. So instead of it being 2012, it actually spelled 2021.
Do you think the world's gonna end again?
No, okay.
Bro, the world ain't gonna end, bro. Come on.
Uh, So, okay, last theory. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
This one has to be a good one, bro. So this one is like it's kind of like a double theory in SpongeBob. So apparently, the Krabby Patty meat, the reason why it tastes so good is Mr.
Yeah.
Krabs apparently found
Feeds them crabs.
a bunch of dead whales. Like there was a bunch of dead whales that he found, and he just took their meat.
Oh yeah, I've heard them. I've
You
heard them.
heard right? Like yeah. So it's like he took their meat
Mm-hmm.
and then started making it into patties. And Pearl was the only whale that was alive, and he just took her in and raised her. That's why like there's never any other whales in SpongeBob. Because like you see crabs, you see sponges. There's also a bunch of lobsters. Like Larry isn't the only lobster you eat.
Fish.
Yeah, there's a bunch of fish.
And a lot of fish.
Even squids.
And there's a whole ton of
Yeah, there's a
squids
whole
too.
bunch of squids as well. Even Patrick has a family. But then Pearl is
I
the
know, right?
only whale in the entire show.
Like legit.
Like legit. So it's like the second part of the theory is like crabs is only keeping her alive. So like when she gets old enough, she can just like start like reproducing more whales. And basically he'll use her as like a farm. So
Oh
yeah, so
shit.
like eventually when the meat from the patty runs out, like he'll just start snatching Pearl's kids and just, grinding them into beef.
Oh, bro, there are a lot of theories, man. And then there's this theory that states that apparently Mr. Krabs kills crabs,
Yeah, but
and
then
that's the
but then that
meat
one
in the
that one
Krabby
is
Patty.
kind of capped though. Cause like remember that
I
episode
know.
when Krabs went for that award show? I mean like the award ceremony for like who was the
Yeah.
cheapest crab? Bro, they were like hella crabs.
It is see. So, bro, that theory is
Yeah, I
debunked.
think it's on.
It's hella debunked, man. But the thing that keeps on getting me, like, keeps on bringing me back, is that apparently the Krabby Patty's secret formula is
Okay.
angel dust. Yeah,
Yeah,
bro.
I saw that one, dude. That one's actually kind of fun.
Like, dude, like everybody has universally
Yeah,
accepted
because
that
like people get
that the
addicted.
Krabby Patty's secret formula is cocaine.
Because like they get addicted.
And
It's a Squidward. Remember that episode when like
bro,
he broke
dude,
into the freezer and then got stuck
I
and he
know,
ate one, then he just got completely hooked. He even started hallucinating.
I know, dude. Even dug one out of the dirt when he buried it.
Oh, dude.
Dude, we've seen people kill each other for that Krabby
Oh,
Patty
yeah,
secret
remember
formula,
the
man.
first episode, the very
And
first episode.
and the Krabby Patty itself, man. We've seen niggas kill each other.
Like
So
you've seen the very first
yeah, bro, maybe it
episode
is true.
of like it's like
Uh-huh.
when the meat fish, you know those fish, the ones that are like meat.
Yeah, nematodes.
Yeah. Like you remember how crazy that got when they first had a Krabby Patty?
Yeah, that's
Bro,
it.
like 100%. It's whale meat mixed with cocaine.
Ah,
Because
yeah,
it's like,
bro.
where did they get the meat from?
Exactly. I mean, it definitely ain't fish. It definitely ain't cows.
Oh yeah. Okay. This is also a theory that's connected to that whale theory. So it's like because
Yeah.
crabs has all the whale meat, the chum bucket. The
Uh-huh.
reason why it tastes so bad is because plankton. Because he couldn't access any whale meat, plankton started kidnapping fish. And
Ugh.
yeah, so it's like he kidnapped the fish, and then basically that's what chum is made out of. Because actual chum, like the actual word for chum, is legit just like fish meat. That's just like, have you ever noticed like
Now that's definitely it.
sometimes like when the chum is served, it's like it looks like an intestine just sneaking out of it, and then like it has veins and shit.
But that's definitely
Yeah, and
it,
that's
bro.
why like all the
That's
fish when they
definitely
eat the
it.
chum, like they start getting sick and stuff because like it's cannibalism.
I know, right?
Right? But yeah.
Bro.
Anyway,
And one last theory.
come on, bro.
Apparently in dude, last one, apparently in Edwin and Eddie, right? It's like they're all dead. You know about this one,
Yeah.
right?
That's why they have like blue
They're all
tents.
dead. I just said they're never parents.
Yeah, and they never
Bro, and like
leave
apparently
the.
I know, bro.
But then the
And then apparently
movie.
they all died during and apparently they all died during different periods of
Oh
time.
yeah.
Like Eddie died during the Great Depression, that's why he
Money.
loves money. Ed died during like the boom of comic books, that's why he's a huge like nerd and stuff.
What
Yeah,
about the
man.
idiot though? Eddie. Oh no, Ed died. Okay, what about Double D?
Oh, Double D,
Well, he
like
probably died
you
like
know
in the 90s or
when
something.
science was getting pretty popular, like during the 19,
Or
during like the
like the Renaissance or
1918s,
something.
yeah, when science was really getting huge.
All right, yeah. So
It's only
now finish.
no, it's only who's this uh that Jimmy guy who died recently, because out of all the characters, it's actually pretty normal. And that
Yeah,
Kevin died,
Kevin.
and
Kevin.
Kevin
Kevin
died during
probably.
the
Yeah,
50s.
because like probably Naz as well, right?
Yeah.
But yeah. All right. This has been the first episode of the World Recording Podcast. We hope you guys have fun.
Hmm.